Hey, Pussnet, new little video. On this one it's a concept one, so hopefully it will generate some discussion. But the initial one that I want to talk about is a quick and kind of part of the reason I'm talking about this one. But just wanted to briefly mention here we had a recent forest fire that pushed people to do evacuation. I mean, we've been having many, but this one is particularly interesting, I think, for preppers, as that it happened so fast. And this is a quote from one of the article that I'll put the link down. But the pair only had time to grab some money and their pets before they left their home in their car. So basically that's all time that they have. And so the purpose of this is to always have a bag ready on the go, because that's probably the only thing. You come in, you grab your bag, and you get out of there. So that's why it's really important to have something actually always, no matter what your gear, but at least a container or something that has all your gear in one spot because of this. And this is the kit that we keep talking about, the 1 week that you have to bug out and you have to get out of your house or things. It's to have at least one kit. In this article I thought it would be interesting because it shows the importance to always have this kit. But that's not the concept I wanted to talk about. But the concept I want to talk about is about shelter, because in my 1 week bag, and the importance of having this is I want to have one kit that is no more than 50 pounds, and it's self-contained and has everything for 1 week. The reason is that the reason of this video basically is I see a lot of YouTube talking about using tarps and things and go in the forest and everything, but as you can see here, if this is the disaster that you have trees going down and stuff, I don't see exactly how you would be able to set up a proper tent or a proper tarp over here. Obviously they're lighter, but how can you really set up a proper shelter here? Because don't forget that in those conditions we're not going camping, we're not going, you know, pre-planned and stuff, and I'm looking for two nice trees that I'm be able to set up my stuff. It's whatever situation that have happened, this, for example, has pushed you, as you know, like for example in this house here, maybe his plan was to prep in. Well, this happens, he has to get out, and now getting out, he has to go through all this, and let's say it happened during the middle of the night or whatever reason, this is the place that he has to set up. He cannot really look for the best two trees to put so basically you have to be able that whatever shelter you have, be able to put right there, right now, at the space that you have, with the space that you have. For example, here, same thing. You know, you're on the road, you're about to get out, and boom, you get to this point, and that's all you have here. I don't see any. You could probably maybe set up a tarp here, but even that's kind of iffy to go there. So you would probably have to stay in this part right over here. But what do you have now that you can set up your shelter in that spot? Or over here again, all the house that was out of Nepal, all the house here are unsecured. Those columns can collapse at any point, so you have to stay away from any structure or trees or anything because of the earthquake or after earthquakes, so after shock, and so basically you're stuck in things like this. So your shelter has to be able to be self-contained, be able to live without any ridge line or anything like this, in my opinion, because of what I'm seeing this. And so part of my kit that I'm doing, and that's the part of the concept, is that I'm going with the body bag. And what a body bag is basically what it is here. And the reason I'm spending these, because a lot of people at they say body bag, but it's not a body bag, it's a body bag. And you'll see that how to stay over here is that you can set it up whatever without support or anything, because you are the support, you are the structure of your stretchers of your shelter. And as you can see here, it looks like actually he even have like a setup for communication. So he has all this setup and everything. He's able to go on the top of the mountain because he would be able to communicate better and everything. But there's no trees, there's no place really to set up a ridgeline or anything like this that you could set up a tarp. So he goes over there so that his communication can get better and things like that. And see, this is what the body bag looks like. And you can see a cup for comparison. There's different size of it, so there's 2, 4, 8, 12, depending of again how many people you have. This is how many people you have in your group, and the size that you want them as well. I would try to go more on the smaller size than the bigger size, because the purpose of those is to kind of keep you all close together, because again the purpose of this is that they cut the wind. So they're a windbreaker. They keep you, depending on the quality also of the material, because there's different ones, there's cheap ones, there's good ones, like anything. But the water will be repelled. But sometimes what happens is that condensation forms, because some of them have great ventilation, some has poor ventilation. But even on that, you can play a little bit, because it's more like something you just put over you. You can lift the side and let air go on and stuff. The other advantage of those is that as you walk around, and let's say you stop, let's say you go hiking or something and it's bad weather and you just want to stop for a quick lunch or a quick rest and stuff, and you don't want to feel like getting poured in and stuff, just got you just get it out, put it over you, sit on your bag, take whatever time that you need to, put it back in, and continue your day. So they're great for that. They're very compact, they're very small and everything, and they can be set up at any point, and they have multiple purpose as well. If let's say you stop and you're helping someone, an injured person, well, now you can cover yourself while you're protecting if it's wind or anything, and especially if it's in the winter, or if it's a bad day outside and somebody has a broken leg and cannot move, well, suddenly you can set it up a stretcher, not a stretcher but a shelter, in a very short amount of time. They're not that expensive, and so that was my go-to that will be in my baga bag. And then as sleeping bags, what I wanted to do, because again sleeping bags are very big to sleep in, would be to go with those Thermalite, the Seas to Summit Thermalite Reactor Extremes. And it's a bag liner, but it's a very, as you can see here, it's a very hot it's a very high ratio of heat. So for the format and everything, it's very warm. Here you kind of have to read it reverse than a usual sleeping bag. So you know, when a sleeping bag is set at 8 degrees Celsius or 11 degrees Celsius is how warm it's still in the sleeping bag. This is a sleeping bag liner, meaning that the 15 degree or 25 Celsius is to add to your sleeping bag. So if you have like a 0 degrees Celsius sleeping bag, then maybe your sleeping bag can go up to -10, because you're putting this sleeping bag inside another sleeping bag. So it's a different mind. It's not that it's good up to 15 degrees Celsius, it's that it adds 15 degrees Celsius. On its own, it would probably be in the 5 to 10 degrees Celsius zone. That would be my guess. Again, it would be to experiment, but they're very small and stuff. And then add also that because you're covered with the body bag, it's very comfortable inside, and you're winning a few degrees because you're with someone else as well most of the time, or even just a space that is, it's easier to heat up that space of the body. But that's why I was saying not to go with the 12 or 8 people if you're going to be a 2-person group, because that space, that extra space, you have to warm that up, versus smaller stuff is the body, because it's not made to be comfortable. We're not going camping, we're going survival full mode, because there's a reason why you're on the run from your bug-in position. And so it's not to be really me comfortable. It's that you're at a point that you just want to survive as or thrive, that you can do as best as you can. And so I thought that those two would make a very compact, very portable kit, and I wanted to have your opinion. So hopefully I'll get a lot of discussion going and say if yay or nay, or if you like that idea, and I'll talk to you soon.